Good day, Gambia. Welcome to yet another edition of D's Take. And guess what? Today I would love to talk about Banjul. Sorry, excuse me. Banjul, our city. Banjul, the seat of power. Banjul, the historic city that Gambia is known for. It's been a long time since the colonialists handed power to the locals. I wasn't born, I was young, but I heard a lot. I heard a lot about that beautiful city. That beautiful city that had the panoramic view of the River Gambia facing Barra, the mouth of the Atlantic heading towards Bakau, and the wetlands at the back looking towards Mandinari, around where we call the ports. Indeed, it's a great city, or was a great city, shall I say. Great people lived in that city. Good people lived in that city. But unfortunately, the city has run aground. And it has run aground because of one thing alone: incompetence. Lack of capacity, lack of the requisite know-how to run the city. A lot of people told me that, our fathers used to race miniature boats in the canals of Banjul. I was told that once it rains, a lot of water stays in Banjul, but less than an hour, everything settles and go back to the swamps or somewhere into the river. Well, that's no longer. The city of Banjul has been decimated. The city of Banjul has been relegated. The city of Banjul has become the hall of shame for the Gambia. But this responsibility doesn't lie only on the inhabitants of the city of Banjul or people who call Banjul their ancestral home. It is the duty and responsibility of all Gambians, all and sundry, the local government and the national government, because Banjul is the seat of power. So, how are we going to fix Banjul? Well, it will take sons and daughters of this country, not Banjulians, sons and daughters of this country, to see that Banjul should be the pride and joy of every well-meaning Gambian, whether you're from Banjul or not. But the people who call Banjul their ancestral home even have a bigger responsibility. And that responsibility starts with voting the right person in office to make sure that the incompetence we've been seeing in Banjul comes to an end. See, Banjul needs a strategic vision. And this vision cannot happen without, us having a real heart-to-heart with the people of Banjul, that half, if not all of Banjul at some point within the next 5 years will be and must be bulldozed to the ground. Why? Banjul as is not fit to be a city because we have left it to go down the drain. So the election that's coming, the municipal election, says a lot about the character of the Banjulian and the character of the Gambian as it relates to love for country. You can love your country and don't love Banjul. But first, for the inhabitants of Banjul, say the politics of poverty is the politics where a politician walks into your home or your neighborhood and trying to appease you with gifts. That is not only ignorant, but that's a way to perpetuate poverty. And any politician who's walking or doing such a thing should be blacklisted. Secondly, we all know that a debate was convened at the Banjul Arch, otherwise called Arch 22, which I don't want to call it, but unfortunately, at the arch or the entrance of Banjul. Well, those who meant well for Banjul, the candidates that meant well for Banjul showed up. And you know what? They were posed tricky and tough questions. And they sold their plans and ideas to the people of Banjul. And the people of Banjul will make up their minds based on the people that attended. Some people decided not to show up. Well, it's their right. But see, their right stops once they become private citizens. The moment they become public citizens, they have a duty of care to the electorate. And the candidates that didn't show up have failed the electorate of Banjul by not coming out to sell their plan and vision to Banjul. See, the Wolofs will say, politiki nahate. Politiki nahate dafa pase. Politiki tama ag ebe ag yayi kompin dafa pase. Banjul needs real politicians with a tactical objective of transforming the city. And those who failed to show up have really shown us that they have no interest in rebuilding the city. So, no one will hoodwink Banjul going forward, and no one is going to think Banjul should give them an easy ride to the seat of power at the BCC. We should give them a second chance. And I hope they will live up to that chance. See, the Englishman said, once bitten, twice shy. And the people of Banjul don't want to prostitute themselves to people who think that the people of Banjul are political fools. Those days are gone, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, we want someone who can show us the way to prosperity. We want someone who can take Banjul from where it is to where it ought to be. But it's not about education. It's about vision and integrity. Vision, someone who dares to dream. Someone who dares to be an iconoclast. Think out of the box and said, I dare to change Banjul, and it may not be a sweet pill, but rather a bitter pill that we need to swallow. And in swallowing this, we will make tough decisions. That's leadership. That's the person we're looking for. And you know what? The 4 people that came out yesterday, the aspirants, they did a great job. And I hope Banjulians will vote wisely and vote effectively. Why do Banjulians need to vote wisely? We don't have a city anymore. Why do Banjulians need to vote effectively? We want to re-engineer, redesign, and rebuild the city we love and call our ancestral home. But also to the national government. The national government owes something to the city of Banjul. Why? On a given day, nothing less than 12 to 18,000 people come into the city, first and foremost, as public officials, either by way of central government or public enterprises like NAWEC. Well, the city is consumed by people who don't live in the city but use the facilities, amenities, and infrastructure of the city. And since government is the one who's bringing those people in, government also need to bear part of the brunt to make sure that Banjul stays afloat and be a city to be reckoned with. Therefore, I urge the national government, in the interests of the nation, to be part of the process of rebuilding Banjul. Rebuilding Banjul gives the Gambian a sense of pride. Rebuilding Banjul gives the Gambian a sense of nationality and identity, because we cannot call Banjul the seat of power when we are all ashamed to say, this is where power lies. Oh no, something is wrong, and that needs to stop. And that's why I do hope the people of Banjul will vote effectively and will vote intelligently. The people who chose not to show up yesterday have relegated themselves. The people or the aspirants, the candidates that refuse to show up, they can shut up. That's how I see it. See, people always say democracy is a messy arrangement. But as messy as it is, we need to be telling truth to people time and again. As messy as it is, we, the electorate, need to know what time it is and what we want and what we need. Sooner or later, If we don't do what's right, the city will come to a grinding halt. We don't want the city to come to a grinding halt because it's our ancestral home. Let's make sure that the candidates who really want the top job in Banjul give us force-rated results. Force-rated results as it relates to drainage, roads, zoning, urban planning, employment for the kids and the youths, better schools. Yes, when I say better schools, it's just not the role of the central government. The city needs to do something. And also curb the corruption that's happening within the city council. Curb the inefficiencies that's happening within the city council. We have seen sanitation come down to its lowest ebb in the city. That's not acceptable, and it has to stop. And we, the people who are going to vote, are the ones who are going to stop this. So I do hope, in the interest of the greater good, in the interest of the nation, and particularly in the interest of the city we call our ancestral home, we will do right to Banjul. Banjul is weeping. Banjul is crying. Banjul is crying for help. Help from its sons and daughters. Help from its government. Help from anyone who wants to help the wailing city. We have done injustice to Banjul, and that injustice needs to stop. And who better to stop it but the residents of Banjul and the people who want to rule Banjul. Therefore, to candidate Fai, to candidate Yunsin, to candidate Jai, and to candidate Ja, a big thank you for your bravery. And you know what? Your pride of calling yourself a Banjulian. Shame on those that didn't attend. And you know what? We need to call them out. Candidate Ba, absent. Candidate Low, absent. Candidate Samba, absent. Candidate Bass, absent. For whatever reason, it's your show. But you have shown Banjulians you're not interested in what the average Banjulians is interested, or are interested rather. You would have been there to tell us your plans. We're not looking for Tama, Sabar, or Ebe. We're looking for solid, real, tangible transformation that is strategic and that's going to yield dividend for the people of Banjul. So suma mboki Banjuli, niko suma mboki society wahe inya yele, nganya yele, nañ leen ubbi suñ boti. Naxaate gi bari na. Askan gi woote nañ ci penc Banjul ne ñëw leen ñu waxtaan. Waxtaan bi jubluwuñ ci dara pour laaj leen yéen ñi bugg ñu ngemba leen jox leen toogu meeyo Banjul bi lan ngeen ñu bugg defal. Ñeneenti nit teew nañ Ja, Njaay, Yunsin, Fay. Yaakaar na ne ñooñu Banjul ñor na leen. Ña fa teewut nag Banjul ñorut leen. Beena seen xam-xam des na, seen mun a wax ci biir ndaje des na, mite amuñ luñ ñu wax. Kon nag nañ dog ñi nga xam ne ñoom lañ war a ooteel mu nekk ci ñeneenti nit ñi. Ku ñëwut doo mun a laajte dara. Ku toppatoowut say waajur te waajur bi bii yoon di Banjul du dee nga bugg a laajte doona. Kon nag ñun suñ carte yi pour ñu jox ko nit dafa mel ni da nga bugg ñu jox la dara muy doona. Doona nag duñ ko munta jox ku ko fa xaarut. Waa Banjul woote nañ. Ña ñëwoon dinañ jéem ñu jublu ci ñooñu. Kon maa ngi ñaax waa Banjul ñu jublu ci ñeneen ci fa ñëwoon. Yéen a xam nag ñan ngeen ko bugg a jox. Man suma maas gi nekkuñ fi pour farle. Suma maas gi nekkuñ fi pour wax na ne defal lii mi te defal lele, waaye nag dinañ leen won yoon. Yoon gi niñ leen ko mun a wonee Banjul daf ñu soxla ñun ñépp. Ñii ay karta lañ amee, ñii ay baat lañ am, ñii seen poos lañ yor. Ñi yor seen poos nañ leen dimbale suñ askan ak waa Banjul. Ñi yor seen karta génn leen ngeen def seen karta ya fa ngeen ko war a def ñu door liggéey Banjul. Ñi nga xam ne nag seen baat lañ am ak seen kaddu nañ leen waxtaana nit ñi ñu ne leen naxaate gi dafa doy. koo xam ne jox nañ ko Banjul ay ati at mu amee ko su ko liggéeyutoon li lay war a suuri du ko mun a liggéey. Banjul la xewoon ñaaw na waaye léegi ñun Banjul sa kanam la ñoo dem te am na ñoo xam ne dañ ñu weesu romba nañ leen di dem kon nag si ñeneen yi ñu war a taana Njaay Ja Yunsin Fay ñeneen ñi ñoo amoon sañ-sañ ak Pastef ñëw pour taxaw waxtaan ak yéen waa askani Banjul kon nag suñ taana nañ ko jublu ci ñii su ñeneen ñii kenn nekkut ci meyo Banjul foog naa ne ñun waa Banjul pere gu ñu génn suñ coonoog jafe-jafe de te ñàkk a fula nag weesuwut nit ku la faalewut nga oote ndaje mu bañ a ñëw uyu si bu askan bi ootee ku soxla alali askan bi da nga war a ñëw uyu si askan bi ku uyu si wut askan bi nag li laay war a suuru tëjal ñu loolu nga noppi te boo noppee it duñ la jox suñ karta dinañ ko wax dinañ ko waxaat te dinañ ko continuer di wax ndik te lii la Banjul soxla ku bugg a Banjul nag dangaa jógal Banjul ku bugg a Banjul dangaa xeexal Banjul te nag xeexal Banjul du waa Banjul rek a ko war a xeexal doomi réew mu baax dafa war a xeexal Banjul ndik te réew mi ñoo taana dëkkuwaay yi fi nekk yëpp ne fii